Hello, welcome back. In this session, I'm going to show you the Liquify tool set, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the text tool to start off, click there, I'm going to type the word blood, okay? Highlight that, let's turn it red because that is the colour of blood after all. Let's go for a sort of dark red like that. And then I'm going to get the selection, make sure show transform controls are ticked, and I'm going to make this bigger. So click and drag. Okay, hit enter, done. I'm going to use the Liquify tool to make this blood drip. Okay, so if we go to filter and then Liquify, when it asks you this, I normally go convert to smart object is the one I normally pick. Click OK. Then it'll open it in a new window, and I really hope my laptop doesn't lag. But first of all, we've got this forward warp tool. It's kind of like smudging. Imagine this was kind of like syrup or something. If you click and drag, oh, look what's happening. Crazy. We can make it all drip. You can alter the size of this tool. So, you know, if it's too big, it kind of just goes like that. So you want to make sure that the size is, you know, relatively normal. You can do it with the square bracket keys as well, like the brush. And we've also got density. So if density is 1, it's I thought it'd be different actually. Oh, pressure I'm thinking of. So let's put that back up to 50. Let's undo that. So yeah, pressure. If the pressure's 1, it's not going to do hardly anything. It's hardly going to move it. If the pressure's 100, it's going to move it. So that's one of the tools. Another one is this. We're not going to be using these, but just to illustrate it. Another one is this twirl tool. So if we make it big, kind of twirls things like that. Again, you've got the size and the pressure. I'm going to undo that. Then you've got this pucker tool, which kind of, you know, brings the edges in, pushes edges in a bit, or sucks edges towards it. You know, you can play around. You can make people's faces look really messed up with this. Then you've got a bloat tool. So if you come here, you can kind of push edges out and bloat things. So undo that. Then push left tools. No. The rest you can kind of play around with yourself if you want. But yeah, I'm going to carry on using this first tool, make this blood kind of drip down to make it look as if it's been drawn on the wall. So the places I tend to do this is where, let's say it has been drawn on the wall, there'll be a lot of blood kind of in a gravitational kind of line here, and there's a big clump here, so I'd kind of do it there. So definitely on these long kind of stems, and maybe a little bit by here. Definitely on here is a lot clumped together. Maybe just a little bit in there, a little bit in there. Definitely on these edges. Okay, and it, you know, you can use this for some kind of like horror movie poster maybe. Definitely down by here. Keep on clicking and dragging. It's not the best, I'm kind of rushing it. But yeah, it's quite pretty sick. Cool, so once you're done, basically, that's the kind of Liquify gallery. Have a play around a lot more. Get an image of a person in there, mess up their face. It's pretty fun, trust me. Click OK. And then eventually, yours will probably be quicker because again, I'm on this damn laptop. And then eventually, give it a second. There you go. All kind of liquefied and blood now. What you could do is double click on the layer. Yeah, fine. Oh, why has it opened it up in here? I wanted to go to layer styles. Let's right click. May have to rasterize the layer. Can you see layer styles anywhere? Let's give it another go. No, it's going to open it up again. Okay, cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and rasterize this layer so it flattens it. The text is no longer editable. So as in like you can't type other stuff. So double click. Now we'll have the layer styles. So let's give it a little bevel and emboss like we've done before. Ever so slightly depth, take it way down. Something like that. I'm going to increase the highlights and I'm going to decrease the kind of shadows. and then I may put a texture on there just to give it a sort of blotchy look. Something like that. I'm not going to make the depth too much, but you know, that kind of gives it a more gloopy kind of look. So you can turn that bevel and emboss off if you like, but I quite like it. It gives it that 3D look. Anyway, it's just the Liquify tool I wanted to go over this session, and I've done that. So yeah, go ahead and kind of play around. Maybe if you get, I got a picture of a face. I haven't. I think the only pictures of faces I've got are pictures of my face, and I don't want to take that in. But that'll be a nice little exercise. Get a picture of someone, take them into the Liquify gallery, make their eyes huge like aliens or something, and then maybe use the colour effect stuff to make their skin green. Don't know. Up to you. Have a play around, and I'll see you in the next session. Cheers. Bye.